Okay, having the Knight of Wands in the center in reverse, this person is just, gosh, what is going on with them? So this is a fire sign. Sagittarius, Leo, could be you, Aries. But they keep showing up in the reverse, and so they're just being like dicey. They're kind of mean, they're cutthroat, they don't care about your feelings, they don't care about what you need or want. They are in it to win it for themselves, and they will do it at any cost just to get, it's a means to an end. They don't care what you think or do or feel. They want what they want, and they will get it. Okay, so be careful with that. And if that's an energy that you are carrying within yourself, there is a positive, there is a positive side to that of drive, If you are really driven to get something done and you're really driven to accomplish, that's wonderful. But just make sure that you keep it in check and you don't take it to the extreme of I will hurt, I will steal, I will do whatever I need to do to get to my goal. Set boundaries. Know that you will get to your goal, but do not allow yourself to go down that rabbit hole. Okay? In relationship, 8 of discs is what we have. The 8 of swords is what we have. 2 8s, interesting. And the moon reversed. So this is, in relationships, I think you're still learning, you're still working on it, you're still making things happen when it comes to, it can be love, but I really feel like it's just how you deal with relationships in general. Because the 8 of swords reversed is like just, you know what you need to do and you're not doing it, and it's because you're confused emotionally. Like the moon reverse is just like, I don't, you are victim to the tides. Like you don't have any control. Like some readers say that that's the way the moon is upright, but I don't. I think it's like you can ebb and flow with it and move and groove emotionally. But when it's in reverse, it's like you cannot flow with it. It's too much. It's too overwhelming. And a lot of times it leads to shutdown and breakdown. Okay, so Aries, like I can see this kind of energy kind of happening of go, go, go. I got to get this done. I got to make things happen. I got to stay one step ahead of this Knight of Wands. If this is somebody else, I got to keep working. And you're sacrificing your relationships for it. So just make sure that you are taking care of yourself and that you are taking a step back and realizing that all of these people you're dealing with are exactly that, humans. They're people. They have feelings just like you. They are going through the same thing you are in a, same thing, different way. So acknowledge that and bring it back down to earth. Bring it back down to that to humanity. Remember that. That will help you. And then in career, like you're just killing it. 10 of Cups, being really satisfied, celebrating it, being able to be in a bunch of different roles and situations easily and very clearly. 1 minute you're the CEO, the next minute you're like you're making the product, and then you're selling it, and you're on TV, and then you're, talking, you're doing all of the jobs and you're doing them flawlessly. So that's really, I'm so happy to see this in career for you, Aries, of celebration, contentment, and filling a lot of shoes, but loving every minute of it and doing it well. And so this could be why, some of your relationships are also suffering. Is because you're like, I'm doing it, I'm making it happen, I have the drive, I have the will to do it, and it might seem like it's a little cutthroat. It might seem like I'm cutting people out, but I'm making things happen. And so some of the people closest to you just don't necessarily understand the level of stress you are under necessarily, and that you are, you're processing it. You know, you're getting through it, but they don't understand it because you're keeping such a really high level of composure. And with the high level of composure, that could possibly lead to the breakdown and the shutdown. Like you just hit your limit. And so now you need a break. All right, so in abundance, we have the Ace of Swords. So this is, a new idea, new thought, new innovation. It could definitely be linked to career, that you came up with a new idea, something new, and people are loving it. We have the King of Cups here, and very helpful energy, very loving energy, supportive of this wands, this new idea. And I think if they're really going to, help you go forward with it, because with this Five of Cups, it's like crying over spilled milk, crying over something that you've lost, but you still have so much behind you. Like, look at the cups behind you. Look, just turn around. You have so much. You have so much. You have so many great ideas. And so I think the King of Cups really is going to kind of lead you into that direction of, hey, but look it, you have just enough. And that idea you have can grow to even more and more and more. But just don't focus on the past. Don't focus on things that have already happened. Focus on now and the future and the beauty that you are creating. All right, so then we have the guide, and this is in mind, body, soul connection, the Magician, and the Six of Swords reversed. So there's still some inner work that needs to be done. You need to revisit some situations of heart and emotion, and it's like you need to use some magic. You need to use some magic to dig into yourself. And I'm not meaning like pulling a bunny out of the hat or whatnot, but it's really the magic of self and acknowledging some of the darkness that's within you and shedding light on it, and making the darkness not an evil, but a beautiful unknown, like dark, beautiful satin. That's kind of how I see it for you right now, is, it's just this beautiful satin or velvet, like a deep navy, midnight blue, yummy cloak. It's dark, but it's beautiful, and it's warm, and it's sheltering. And that's where we all began. The womb is very dark and comforting and loving and supportive. So go into that space from time to time in June and, rediscover yourself and find all the tools that you forgot you had, so that you could start to move on. Because I know right now it's kind of a difficult situation of, this Ace of Swords. It's so great to have these ideas, but what do you do with them, right? How are you going to use it? Okay, so let's call on the angels for some added guidance. So far, so good. We've made it through the reading. Okay. You are, I can't read it upside down for some reason today. You are profoundly clairvoyant. Aries, get it. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. Very much linked to this. Very much linked to this. Very much linked to this. Oh, and did I mention this one too? Okay. So your clairvoyance is hit 4 times with the High Priestess, the Guide, which is also the Hermit, the Ace of Swords, the Magician. Okay, you powerful being, you. Listen to self. Trust what you see in the mind's eye as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. Okay? All right. So the energy trickling through the remainder of June is the Fool reversed. And that goes hand in hand with the Ace of Swords. You're unable to act because you're not sure what you think. You're not sure which direction you want to go or how you feel about the directions. Not as much feel about the directions, you're not sure of how it will happen. You don't see how it will be created. You don't see how it's going to be executed. And so then the Fool comes in and says, well, I can't go. I can't do this. I can't make this happen until my mind is made up, until my mind is sure of the direction where I want to go. And so in the rest of June, you might be kind of mulling a new idea over, a new job possibly, but also just a new way of thinking. And having the Lovers reversed, I do feel that for a lot of Aries, it's going to be in regards to a relationship, because it's wondering if the contract that you have made with a friend or a lover is right. Something feels off, doesn't it? Something doesn't feel in place. It doesn't feel like this contract is meant to last very long. So there's somebody in your life that you really, really care about and really love, but you can see that the way that this relationship is going to go isn't necessarily down the same path with one another. That maybe that this is just a moment, a kiss, just a little peck, and then you have to go separate ways. So the Lovers really signifies questioning a relationship, questioning its validity and what you need to do to make it right. And sometimes to make it right, you have to go. In career, we have the Five of Cups. So having the Five of Cups here, you may have made a mistake, you may have made an oops, and you're just kind of kicking yourself about it, and you're just dwelling on it. You're dwelling on this mistake. And Aries, I have a feeling since you're dwelling on it, you're pushing harder, you're trying to do more, and you're trying to prove yourself. But remember, you have more to you than that one mistake. You have more to you than that one thing that went wrong. There are so many other things that are going right, and you need to focus on those as well. Yes, learn from your mistake, but move on. And remember, we all make mistakes. We're humans. If you just correct it and keep going. In abundance, we have the Page of Wands. So this is good. This is really good. Wand energy is you, Fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I do feel that it is more you than anyone else, especially since this reading is for you. But this is abundance in that you're just starting out. You're excited about it, but you haven't learned everything you need to yet when it comes to creating your own abundance. Maybe some of you guys want to start a business, be your own bosses, but it's just starting, and you're questioning it, and you're not 100% sure how you're going to make it happen, but you know you need to. And so the Page of Wands is like that push of yes, go. Light that fire. Let's see what happens. It could also be a friend or somebody who is also a fire sign or has fire-like qualities, pushing you, saying, go, come on, stop being so stagnant. You've got a great idea. Go with it. Excited to see where it goes. But it's really positive and is trying to push you into more abundance. Then we have the Knight of Cups, and this energy is what's circling your mind-body-soul connection. Cup energy is water, Cancer, Pisces. Who am I missing? Scorpio. Okay, and this is in reverse. So they're not in their highest. So I get the sense that it might be a friend. It could be a lover too, and especially since we have this lovers in reversed over here. But the Knight of Cups energy in reversed is trying to take away your power. But take away your power in just a manipulative way. So let's say you're trying to work out. You're trying to get fit, make changes that way. The Knight of Cups comes in and makes you a cake. And says, but I just made you this beautiful cake. Why won't you eat it? And you're trying to get healthy and you're trying to make some life changes. and they kind of sabotage it. So they're kind of good at sabotaging in what is wrapped up in sweetness and being kind to you. So, same thing, like, let's watch this movie. No, you don't need to keep doing that work. No, you don't need to do anything productive. Just sit with me. Why don't you want to be with me? Kind of that energy. It's kind of soul sucking, isn't it? It kind of just sucks you dry and makes you feel lethargic and can be depressive if it continues on. So if you have a friend or a lover who is like that, let them know that you want to go and do things and be things and stay healthy and draw your boundaries. All right, let's call in the Noah Nafu visionary cards just for some added guidance. I hope you guys like my new mic. I got a new mic. Thank you to everyone who donated. That was so kind of you. I sent out emails to all of you guys as a thank you. Into life. All right, I always say this is a beautiful card. This is a beautiful card. Every card is beautiful with this deck. I just love it. Into life. We have all collected life lessons and tools from our experiences. Know that these tools are not just cognitive abilities, but also spiritual knowledge. Connect this spiritual knowledge to your physical world. Bring it into your day-to-day to turn thoughts into action. Ta-da! Isn't that what this is all about? Manifesting your destiny, manifesting those great ideas that you're questioning, kind of concerned about, should probably be pushing through, but just don't know how yet. Bring it to life. You are life. Keep that vitality going.